What is there left to say about our planet Earth? The Anthropocenes, that's us of one. The spoils are ours to treasure or abuse, as only we can choose. The dinosaurs are done for. All our predators are tamed. And yet, consider that just one tiny microbe, one bacterium or virus, could still fell a continent of humans in a trice. Remember, all we have left, says Martin Rees, cosmologist, is 15 billion years before the Earth tumbles as tinder into the devouring sun. Time enough, I think. But I'm about trees. I like trees. I had a tree when I was 5, a silver birch. As kids, it was our house, our bomber, submarine and camp. I had a tree when I was 9. It was a mulberry tree, 3 stories high, our Everest, K2 and Kanchenjunga, our battlefield and zoo. We ate the fruit in fistfuls, staining our shirts bright crimson. I had a tree, a London plane, when I was in my teens, where I could be alone up high above the world and all its pressures. I have a tree now, comprising sons and daughters and their offspring, climbing life and looking back down at us. This one's called Tree Truths. Trees have a truth, an almanac of history embedded in their juices, recording harsh winters, droughts and storms, each seismic shift and cataclysm. And now we learn they have a community feeding one another, defending family from disease as mammals do, or should. This towering female oak weeps for a sister culled for Nelson's fleet. Her heartwood, stronger than the male, has lasted longer. That coppice yew beside Bentwater Church has swayed in winter storms 1,000 years, surrendered countless limbs for English bowmen's weapons. Those willows creep ever closer to receding streams. Some people talk to trees, the shrewder listen. This is a poem about gardening. It's called If You'll Be Happy All Your Life. Mandela's stony garden plot on Robben Island, more than the final glimpse of stars each night before they slammed the shutters, became his talisman of freedom. Demobbed in 1946, my father came home to dig our sorry patch, not for victory, but to say, this little bit of England's mine, that's why we fought. Much later in my own Suffolk idyll, I built a wall of evergreen leilandi to keep them in, or was it out? In either case, it never worked. Beth Chatto, Gertrude Jekyll, and all you crowded compost heap of telegardeners, what mission drove the muck under your fingernails and reddened your cheeks in the wind? On soggy 60s Saturdays, between our King's Road duvet and a mattress on the floor, prospects of gardening had been a distant fantasy. This was bed. Earth was the green and yellow cable in a switch. Weed, grass, spade. I'd best not go there. Then we learned our gardening insights second-hand from old Fred Streeter on the wireless before the morning news. Cheerio, Frank, and cheerio, everybody, chawling his downward brogue. Turning sods, I suppose we were. But these days, as winter's near, I lock my garden songbird in a gilded 6/4 cage till spring. Come May, we flee to France again, and she casts her spells and wakes our sleeping garden there. This last one is about Cold War atomic shelter under Clapham North Tube Station in London. It's called Hydroponics. To save mankind in 1956, we dug this chamber deeper to hide from nuclear attack, hollowed out the space they'd made in 1941 to escape the threatened gas and flying bombs we feared in World War II. And now the space is ultraviolet and infrared, a Gauguin spectacle of colour and the freshest scents. Designed to save mankind for real, kale and lettuce, brilliant greens, sparkling orange carrots and sprouting broccoli thrive abundantly on stainless racks with not a spot of soil in sight. While up above, our PlayStationed children wolf their burgers and KFCs, inhaling pollution. Thank you.